Hi, my name is Michael D'Agostini. I am starting these. I'm going to be making these YouTube videos daily, every day, for the next 10 years, and then posting them. I've tried to run this experiment, and I'll get into the details of this before in my life, and I've never really followed through with it for the decade that I wanted to, because I don't think I've ever purposely created an audience, and I think creating an audience is really going to help me stick to this. So, a little bit about myself. I'm 23 years old, and currently in a 3-year plus relationship with a woman that I intend to marry. Although I have improved over the course of the past years, where I've put in some conscious effort, it hasn't been to the degree, nor has it been consistent as I would have liked it. So there. So I've devised this experiment, and again, I will be posting every single day to this channel. The Humble Narcissist, I believe, is the title of this channel. Every day, so that I don't know if anyone will ever watch any of these, but this is going to help me stay very consistent. This experiment, the idea for it was, I saw in a Jordan Peterson video, there was a little sound bite in which he said, imagine if for 10 years you didn't avoid what needed to be done or needed doing. And that really got me thinking, as somebody who's perpetually frustrated and unsatisfied with what they're doing or who they are, which I think is just a function of being a highly ambitious person. I don't think if you have a remote sort of ambition or appetite for improvement, you're never really satisfied with yourself. But here, this feeling like, I know I'm selling myself short. I know I am. I look at all these guys. I don't want to be that beast. Indomitable. I just want to be unstoppable, so that I can leave this life knowing that, hey, I was that guy. I was him. That's what I want. I did everything. I was not afraid to try. That's what I want. More than anything, I just want to be, hey, I tried my best. I really did. I wasn't afraid. I was free from fear. I didn't let fear hold me back. And right now, I think I'm just chained and restricted by all these distractions and vices and bad habits. So here are I'm gonna shut up. Stop rambling on the list. So today's day 1 of the decade. So this is the journal entry for today. I'll read it. Today is the first day of the decade-long experiment, a hypothesis that proposes that if the subject, being myself, doesn't avoid a single responsibility, removes all distraction and vices, and engages daily in the habits of the most undominable man to ever live, it's kind of the goal here, he will, over the course of a decade, he will become that man. Pretty self-explanatory. The pillars of this experiment include, first I'm going to start with the things I'm going to remove completely from my life. No porn or masturbation. No wasting time on social media. For me, the big one is actually YouTube, this app. No watching movies or television by myself. no processed sugars, white carbs, or caffeine. I can drink decaf coffee. And that is, other than on my wedding day. That's really, in my mind, that's the only day where I really would be justified in breaking that. Specifically the sugars, my cake, right? No alcohol or drugs. Things I'm going to include. 4:15 wake up minimum. I used to wake up at 4 o'clock every day during the end of high school. Like for a year straight, I was waking up at 4. And for some reason, I have dropped that. I think mainly because of my negative relationship with the device I'm filming this on, actually. iPhone. 11:15 bedtime. That's the maximum. I need to work out, stretch, and meditate every day. There's an app that I'm using, Medito. It's free. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Beyond work, the only leisurely activities are reading, writing, and playing an instrument. Other than things I do with my girlfriend and friends, maybe. You know, like games or whatever. That's besides the point. Every night we'll conclude with a journal entry and video entry. If I need to, I will, if I foresee it, I will do this the morning of instead of the night of. And every day, there will be a minimum of praying the rosary and 15 minutes of silent prayer. I am Catholic, and I have found in my experience that when I engage in my faith, it is an extra source of discipline and peace in my life. So I want to kind of grow in knowledge and really practice and discipline of that. I think that will add to this. It will be a boon, not a detractor. So yeah, this is day 1. Honestly, I'm not even scared. I know I can do this. It's just, I know some of these habits are so, they're deeply, deeply ingrained. And these have been the things that have just been really fucking up my life. You know? So yeah. I really want to meet the guy I'm going to become at the end of this. I can't wait to meet him. I'm rambling now. I've realized lately, especially, I've always had this, you know, not always, but in recent years, sorry for being so quiet too. Everybody else is sleeping. I'm up pretty damn early. But God, I need to go work out. I used to be so much bigger. I'm decently. I weigh like a cool 175 right now. 5'9" or 10 on a good day. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else can agree with this, but when you're engaging in pleasures and whatnot, things that, for me, like when I go out and party, I mean, sure, there's a slight variation too for everybody, but for me, when I go out and party or watch porn or masturbate or drink or all this shit, which people usually say, hey, why not? Why not? Go do it. I feel empty. Empty. There's no sense of accomplishment or long-term enjoyment. It's the opposite, actually. I feel deflated. Deflated and not in control. And like I've veered off track for no apparent reason. there's no, but that feeling of peace that I get when I'm disciplined, that I'm not, my mind isn't just scattered by all the millions of thoughts of, everything I've consumed this day through social media or, whatever. It's just so annoying. Yeah, again, sorry for rambling there. I'll get better at this as it goes on. I'm not too bad though. Fuck it. Alright. Again, this is, the name of the channel is The Humble Narcissist. It's a paradox, I guess, oxymoron, maybe, I don't know. But yeah. I hope you enjoy. And even if nobody watches this video, I'm sure one or two people might eventually. But hey, you'll get to see the transformation. So here's to a decade of this shit.